Welcome to our channel. Today you will hear an amazing story about Regina Zbarskaya, the Soviet queen of the catwalk. Regina Zbarskaya, the Soviet queen of the catwalk, and her tragic fall. The emergence of a star. Her journey began far from the glamorous world of fashion in a modest provincial setting. Born Regina Kolesnikova, her early life offered no hint of the extraordinary destiny awaiting her. She dreamed of a life in the arts, initially aspiring to become an actress at the prestigious VGIK film school in Moscow. However, fate had a more unique and challenging role in store for her. Her striking, unconventional beauty and innate elegance quickly caught the eye of influential figures in the nascent Soviet fashion industry. This unexpected attention marked the very first step onto an unforgiving stage. Discovered by renowned fashion designers like Vera Arilova, Regina's unique look captivated them instantly. Her slender figure, piercing green eyes, and distinctive hairstyle set her apart from typical Soviet women. The rise of a Soviet icon. By the early 1960s, Regina Zbarskaya, having adopted her husband's more resonant surname, had ascended to the pinnacle of Soviet fashion. She became the undisputed top model, a face that embodied modern Soviet elegance. Often dubbed the Soviet Sophia Loren, her fame extended beyond the Iron Curtain, fascinating foreign observers. She became an unlikely ambassador, showcasing a different, sophisticated side of Soviet culture. Her captivating presence on the runway was legendary. She moved with a grace that mesmerized every audience. Each fashion show transformed into a spectacle, solely because of her commanding aura. Regina was not just a model. She was a muse to the celebrated fashion designer Vyacheslav Zaitsev. Together, they forged an iconic partnership that defined Soviet haute couture. Zaitsev crafted stunning, innovative designs that perfectly complemented her unique style and aristocratic bearing. Their collaborations challenged the drab perceptions of Soviet aesthetics, hinting at a hidden world of glamour. Her captivating gaze and enigmatic smile became her signature, distinguishing her from other models. She possessed an unparalleled ability to convey complex emotions with a single glance. Shadows and whispers. She was a true trailblazer, carrying the weight of an entire nation's image on her slender shoulders during international tours. Her appearances in Paris, New York, and London were major diplomatic and cultural events. These foreign excursions were designed to impress, presenting a facade of Soviet chic and sophistication to the West. Regina, with her undeniable magnetism, was the perfect embodiment of this message. Yet, behind the triumphant smiles and flawless poses, the immense pressure of representing a powerful, yet secretive state silently took its toll. Every movement and every word was under scrutiny. Shadows and whispers. Her public image of effortless beauty sharply contrasted with a tumultuous private life. The glamorous facade often concealed a soul grappling with profound personal struggles. Her passionate yet volatile marriage to artist Lev Zbarsky became a source of both immense joy and agonizing pain. Their turbulent relationship frequently made headlines, adding to her notoriety. The union was marked by dramatic highs and devastating lows, leaving deep emotional scars on Regina. The creative intensity of their bond eventually gave way to bitter disillusionment. Whispers of her alleged connections to the notorious KGB began to circulate, casting a dark cloud over her career. Some suggested she was pressured into acting as an informant during her international travels. These persistent rumors, though never officially confirmed, added a layer of dangerous mystique to her public persona. They fueled public fascination while simultaneously breeding distrust. The burden of living under constant surveillance, whether real or imagined, slowly eroded her peace of mind. Every phone call, every meeting, every private conversation felt potentially compromised. The dazzling spotlight of fame, once her greatest triumph, gradually transformed into an oppressive glare. The scrutiny she endured was relentless, leaving her little room for genuine privacy. She longed for a sense of normalcy and genuine human connection, but her extraordinary life made such desires almost impossible. The world saw an icon, but she felt increasingly isolated. The tragic descent. The relentless pressures from her career, coupled with her tumultuous personal life, took a severe toll on her mental health. She began to experience frequent bouts of depression and anxiety. These emotional struggles often manifested as severe nervous breakdowns, forcing her to withdraw from public life. The vibrant spark that once defined her began to dim considerably. She sought solace and treatment in psychiatric hospitals, but the stigma surrounding mental illness in Soviet society was immense. Her stays became public knowledge, further isolating her. The world of high fashion, once her domain, slowly began to forget her as her health deteriorated. New faces emerged, and the industry, ever hungry for novelty, moved on. The once adored public, fickle and unforgiving, gradually turned its back on its former idol. Regina found herself abandoned, stripped of the glamour that had defined her existence. Desperate to reclaim her life, she made several valiant attempts to return to the runway and rekindle her career. However, each effort was met with disappointment and new obstacles. The ghosts of her past, coupled with her ongoing psychological battles, proved too formidable to overcome. She struggled to reconcile her former glory with her current reality. Her final years were marked by increasing isolation, poverty, and profound sadness. The once glamorous model lived a stark existence, a shadow of her former self. She reportedly attempted suicide multiple times, overwhelmed by despair and a sense of hopelessness. Each attempt underscored the depth of her suffering and desperation. The final act of her tragic life unfolded in the mid-1980s, when Regina Zbarskaya passed away under mysterious circumstances. Her death shocked those who remembered her, reigniting old questions. The tragic descent, the official cause, was cited as suicide, but persistent rumors and unanswered questions continued to shroud her demise in secrecy. Many believe she was silenced, perhaps due to her past associations. Her body was reportedly found in her apartment, though other accounts suggest it was in a psychiatric hospital. The conflicting narratives only deepen the enigma surrounding her final moments. There was no grand funeral befitting a former icon. She was buried quietly, almost secretly. This stark end seemed to mirror the tragic loneliness she experienced in her later years. An enduring enigma. Regina Zbarskaya remains one of the most enigmatic and tragic figures in Soviet history. Her life story perfectly encapsulates the beauty, contradictions, and harsh realities of that era. She stands as a poignant symbol of the Soviet fashion industry's ambitions and limitations. Her rise proved that beauty could transcend political barriers, but her fall showed its immense cost. Her captivating beauty and heart-wrenching tragedy continue to intrigue and inspire countless books, documentaries, and even fictional portrayals. Her allure never truly faded. Her story serves as a powerful reminder of the immense pressures faced by public figures, especially within a tightly controlled society. Every step was watched, every flaw magnified. It speaks to the fragility of fame and the devastating impact of mental health struggles when left unaddressed and stigmatized. Her suffering was deeply personal, yet intensely public. Regina's life compels us to reflect on the nature of truth and rumor, particularly in a system where information was often manipulated. The whispers around her blurred the lines between fact and fiction. Was she a victim of the system, a pawn in a larger political game, or simply a woman overwhelmed by her own demons? The answers remain elusive, fueling endless debate. Her name is synonymous with both the glamour of Soviet high fashion and the hidden darkness beneath its surface. She embodied an era's dreams and its underlying despair. Through her, we gain a unique window into the cultural landscape of the Cold War, where even a fashion model could become a figure of international intrigue. She transcended her profession. Historians and biographers continue to piece together fragments of her life, attempting to separate fact from the pervasive myth. Yet, her story resists a simple, definitive explanation. Regina Zbarskaya's legacy is not just about fashion. It's a profound human drama about beauty, ambition, betrayal, and the profound search for identity. Her life was a mirror of her complex times. She remains one of the most compelling and sorrowful figures of the 20th century. A woman whose dazzling exterior masked an inner world of profound torment. Her memory continues to resonate. Her enigma, much like the secrets of the Soviet era itself, has never been fully unraveled. And perhaps that is precisely what makes her story so enduringly captivating. Call to action. If her story touched your heart, please give this video a like. It helps more people discover the hidden stories of history. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more dramatic and inspiring life stories from Russian history and beyond. What do you think about Regina Zbarskaya's life? Share your thoughts in the comments below.